Question number 5, Your Eminence. Why is God an infinitely perfect being?
When we say perfect, we mean containing all the excellence of all the possible qualities. And God is just that, infinitely perfect. He is not limited. He is not short-handed, if we may use that term. There isn't any inability about him. We are accustomed only to things that are relatively good in this world, things that are relatively sweet, things that are relatively big, things that are relatively handsome. God is beyond all those things we can imagine. However, those good things we see are not an illusion, but they lead us in a faint way to the superior perfection which must be and which is in God. In short, creatures reflect the goodness of God. That is why all the wise philosophers, all the saints, and even a child can detect the goodness of God in the beauty of the rainbow, in the beauty of a flower, in the grandiose extent of the ocean, or just in the innocence in the eyes of a child. In short, those who have more sensitivity to higher values see God in creatures. Yes. For them, creatures reflect God more eloquently than for individuals who are obtuse, who have dulled their spiritual power to perceive because they have pitched their vision too low.
You know, it's true. We had a little girl that died of cancer, and she knew about it several years in advance. She died a slow death, and she wrote a little book, and of all the little things that you miss of God's creatures, the birds, the butterflies, all the little things that she never noticed before, she knew she was going to die. And when she knew she was going to die, she started paying attention to nature, and she saw God in nature. Yes. And how you can do that.
And as the answer shows, perfection reaches a higher stage with spirits, with persons that have intellect and will. Of course, a piece of paper is good up to a certain extent. A flower is good and has a higher form of life. It is alive. A higher form of existence, I should say, because the paper is not alive. A dog has a higher form of existence than a flower. It can even move and run faster than humans. But human beings have a higher one because we have intellect and will. We can understand an idea and we can take a decision. A spirit is even higher than we are because the spirit has no body and is not limited like us. If we decide to sit here now, we cannot decide be in this other room at the same time. We are limited in that sense. God is beyond all that. This is, in a sense, beyond our minds.
Yes.
But it is no surprise because we are not the supreme being. Therefore, we must not presume that we know all that can be known. Because we are not the highest of beings.
That's right.